Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Wendy and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to share with you about some strawberries. We'll talk about how to grow it and when's the best time to harvest it. And I want you guys to let me know what you think of this new camera. I am so excited about this, with a mic clipped onto here. Hopefully it would help reduce some of the background noises. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys notice the difference. I never thought, before when I had like regular strawberries, I was like thinking to myself how strawberry fruits don't taste anything like the strawberry flavored foods. But when you grow yourself, they are pretty close to that kind of taste in my opinion. Strawberries, I think, is one of the easier plants to grow. They're not only beautiful to look at, they don't take up a lot of space because they can grow in container like you see that I have here. These are the strawberries, as you can see, growing in this rotating, stacking planter, so it doesn't take up that much space. I can grow a whole lot of strawberries as I just keep rotating to get enough light for them. And then I might even think about wanting to add up a few more tiers until I figure out a way how to water them easily, because I need to set up like a drip irrigation system to get these strawberries watered. And once I have that figured out, I can I can add more tiers. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys got any ideas for me on, how I can set up irrigation to let it water so I can build higher. So strawberries, they don't grow all year round. I mean, as far as the fruits go. So that's another reason why I enjoy growing them. Strawberries don't take up a lot of room, as you can see. You can grow them in the ground or in containers, even in 1-gallon containers or in hanging baskets. And if you got a little extra room in your larger, containers, feel free to stuff them in. There's so many different types of strawberries to grow, and I don't even know, the names of so many of the kinds that I have growing here because I have lost the tags to them. But one thing I can tell you guys is that it doesn't really matter the variety, because when you grow them yourself and you pick them at its most ripe point, it's going to taste delicious. The thing I would suggest is that you be sure to read the tags to find out when is the fruiting time. I got a good mixture in here, even though I cannot tell you the varieties, like the names of these strawberries that I'm growing, but I have them from growing, starting to flower in mid-spring all the way to the fall, so or very late summer. So that's kind of a good stretch, that I can have a little bit of strawberries here and there throughout the year or most of the year to enjoy. Strawberries are small little plants that can give off quite a bit of fruits, so they do like to be in a more sunny position. You can grow them in part shade, but you definitely want to get them the warmest time of the day to have a little bit of a few hours of sun to enjoy. Unless you're in the desert area like in Las Vegas, it's really difficult to grow strawberries, although I know that there has been successful strawberry growers out there. But in a desert place like that, you definitely would need some sort of shade on the top, and you probably would have to water them more frequently because strawberries would like their the soil to stay fairly moist. This rotating planter I have in full sun. Now when I talk about being in full sun, it is still lacking some sun from this side because this is like the wall of the house, so I would have to keep rotating this to get enough sunlight each throughout the week. And what's really cool about the tower is that I kind of control the ripeness of these berries. Like these ones, for example, like I know that I'm going to be making a video, and today I know that this strawberry is going to be more than ready to pick. So what I did was actually just push this towards the shade side so I can kind of extend the life of the strawberry so they don't get like crazy overripe by the time I make this video. So these ones are the different types of the classic, and heirloom strawberries. I even got a couple of alpine strawberries out here. And I got the white alpine, which is on the other side. I'll show you guys in just a moment. Plants in general do enjoy worm castings, but I gotta say strawberries particularly enjoy them. So I do like to grab a handful of worm castings and kind of scatter around each of these containers. And I have my own worm bin here growing, besides using sometimes the store-bought worm castings, because I don't make enough to supply myself. So it's best to grow them in containers so that you can just take them in the garage, just in a cooler place indoors. In an unheated garage would be perfect. You can even throw some sort of cover or a blanket over it just to keep it a bit warm. So you definitely want to back up on watering during the winter time. For me, the strawberries here would stay outside all year round, so I would water just about maybe once a week, once or twice a week, depending on the weather. You can check the soil just by sticking your finger in and feel the moisture. You just want to keep it lightly moist to, keep the crown alive really, but you don't want to drown them. The plants are not in their growing state and they really don't need that much water. Too much water is definitely going to cause a lot of rotting. Once the weather starts to warm up, you'll see that the strawberry leaves will start to pop up again. The type of pest I notice on strawberries is once in a while I would catch a plant here or two with little green aphids on just kind of settling on the stems, on the bottom of the stems, kind of like I would catch them on celery. So in that case, I just kind of hose them off with the water, or you can do a little organic spray. I have some store-bought organic sprays, but you can also make your own. It's basically a little bit, like a couple pumps of dishwashing soap with some water. If you want, you can put a few drops of essential oils in there too. I usually love going for a peppermint essential oil in my mix, and I just kind of spray everything up. For some kids that don't like fruit so much, they do like strawberries. I don't know, is it probably because of a red color? I'm very curious what they think of a red strawberry and a white strawberry. And usually people tend to gravitate towards the bright colors. And that's what I noticed with the pests too, is that they tend to go after the red strawberries rather than the alpine white that I have growing. So if you have a pest issue or a bird's eating up your strawberries, you can either paint little red rocks, lay them next to your strawberries to kind of fool them, so they can peck at those a few times and learn their lesson and learn to leave your red strawberries alone. But if you do have, a serious issue with birds eating away your strawberries, consider growing those white strawberries, especially those white alpine strawberries. Alpine strawberries are just super fragrant. They're packed full of flavor in that tiny little berry, and they have ones that look more yellow and white, so the birds can't see them as well or something. I don't know how that works, but I do notice that luckily the white ones stay intact in here. That is why I got some strawberries in these beautiful little drawstring jewelry bags. You can also make these very easily with some plastic bags and poke some holes to make it. These ones I just love that they're reusable, and just because of this material, even if the strawberries get really ripe and they stain the bags, it's so easy to wash it away and doesn't seem to really stain the bags permanently. And it's breathable, it's very sheer. Oh, would you look at these? Oh my goodness. Rule number one to be checking on when to pick your strawberries is that that they are fragrant. So either give them a sniff, or if you walk by and you smell them, and usually red strawberries, they actually build up to this super rich, deep red tone rather than that bright, cool red. Most important part of the strawberries when you pick them is that you got to make sure there's no more white on a red strawberry. The entire thing, even going to the top part, you're seeing that it's red. All right, so let's pick this, and so you guys can see. Thank you. Here it is. All right. Sweet and tart, this one. So juicy, it's about to drip. I just love the crunch of that seed. Also, strawberry leaves are edible. And then you can actually dry the leaves for tea. So good. Right over here I got a wild variety strawberry. Now normally when you want to propagate strawberries, well of course you can grow them from seed, but that takes a much longer time. So the best way to do it is to find these little, you know, like they're little babies that, you know, that runs off of the mother plant. And so when strawberries are grown in the ground, you can just lightly bury part of, you know, these runners in the ground so that it would root. When you get enough roots, you can just simply cut it off to detach it from the mother plant. Since this one here is hanging and these runners are dangling down, whoops. So it looks like I just accidentally pulled this one off. Oh, so yeah, you can definitely root the runner by separating from the mother plant and then placing it in soil this way. However, you're not going to have as much success as, you know, rooting it with the mother plant attached. In this case, if it's detached, you can just put a dome over it with some soil. That should help out with getting the roots to grow. So to do this, I got a drawstring bag here. Pretty easy. I can use this to hold the soil in place, and I really love using these around the garden. I picked it up on Amazon. It was very inexpensive, came in like a pack of 100. So if you guys are interested, I'll leave the affiliate link down below for you to go check out. Next, you can find a pot that would fit your bag. Now you can make your own bag too, of course, and just see whichever is easier to either put the pot in the bag first or plant the runner and then place it in the bag. I got some organic soil here and I'm just going to pop the runner in it, and then I got rubber bands just to hold the plant in place. This is a bobby pin. You can use like a paper clip, straighten it out and make a U shape. Basically just pin down the plant. That's it. Got my little syringe of water. Easy peasy. Right over here I got some alpine white strawberries. Some call them pineapple strawberries because they actually smell and taste a little bit like pineapples. You see how lovely they are. I want to actually show you guys how these plants grow. So this alpine strawberries, they actually do not send runners. What they do is they just kind of have these shoots coming, you know, from the bottom here. You can see how they just kind of make these babies. Usually you want to divide strawberries up. That would also help them to each plant to give them more space, and they'll produce more flowers and fruits that way. Now if you want to divide this up, you can definitely just take, you know, split them apart. As long as you don't ruin the crown, then it's usually, you know, the strawberry plant would usually live. The crown is basically at the very bottom. It's kind of like a little bulging part of the plant. Make sure that when you're planting the strawberries, you do not cover up that part, because when you cover up the crown, when it's buried in soil, it most likely is going to rot out the strawberry. So you don't want to do that. You want to let it sit just above the soil. So that is where the soil level should be when you are planting strawberries. And you can see this one is, oh, it fell off as we speak. Oh my gosh. It smells like candy. See that? There it is. This is the alpine white strawberry. So good. Thank you. So yeah, that's about it. I'm just gonna get to picking a little bit of some strawberries and I'll get right back to you guys. I really enjoy growing strawberries in baskets or in, you know, some sort of vertical space because it doesn't take up that much room and I get to have it capture a lot more sun this way. So let's open these up. We're gonna, oh my goodness, look at them. They are so beautiful. They are definitely ready. One way I actually like to harvest the strawberries is that I remove them with the stem intact, because that would keep the strawberries a little longer lasting. Oh my goodness. And this one looks like some critter got to one of them, and it's a good sized strawberry. And this one here, I'm not sure if the critter took a bite out of it, or it's just that the strawberry was so ripe that it stained the bag here. So I think just in case, I'm not going to eat this one. Wow, these are so adorable. Look how cute this is. So the pink petaled strawberries, in case you're wondering, they really don't taste that different than the regular red strawberries. Ooh, so pretty. Hi there. Thank you. Ooh, this one's ready too. I've noticed they really, the alpine ones particularly love worm castings. When I put a bunch of them, of worm castings, they really grow bigger. They pretty much double in size as far as these strawberries go. Oh, and then I really love having them sun-dried too on the plant. And then it tastes like the best strawberry gummies ever. So there are some of my harvests. These are just little like garden candies for me. So thank you guys for joining me out here today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are growing some strawberries, or I want to know what kind of, difficulties or challenges you're having in the garden right now. Like for me, it's the critters that's been eating some of my plants, the flowers, the leaves, the strawberries, the fruits. So yeah, I totally feel you guys. If you enjoyed this video, you guys please like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell notification button. Also, you can, stay connected with me through social media if you would like, and check out my website if you like my work and want to support me that way. I'll leave the links of everything that I've mentioned in this video in the box below. Thank you guys. Happy gardening. See you right back here in the next video. Bye. Oh.